I am 92 years old now. I have outlived my wife. I have outlived my friends. I have outlived my enemies. And somewhere along the way, without even realizing it, I outlived the version of myself that used to care so deeply about what people thought of me. That version faded quietly. There was no goodbye, just exhaustion. I am standing at the very edge of the cliff now, closer than I ever imagined I would be. I can see the bottom clearly. There is no fog down there, no mystery left. And before I finally step over, before the noise fades completely, I need to turn around and speak to you, the people still back there at the party, still laughing, still distracted, still pretending the night will never end. I need to tell you what I see from here, because what I see is something you don't want to hear. You are living a lie. You walk around every day with this arrogant, comfortable delusion that you have time. You treat your days like they are cheap, like there's an endless supply of them stored safely in some invisible bank, like tomorrow is guaranteed just because today showed up. I'm here to tell you something you don't want to accept. You are broke. We all are. We are all going to die. You know this in your head, sure, but you don't truly know it. You don't feel the cold steel of that truth resting against your neck. If you did, you wouldn't be living the way you are living right now. Your priorities would look very different. So let me tell you about a man named Jack. It was 1968. Jack was my best friend. He was smarter than me, better looking than me, and richer than me. He was sharp, relentless, always 2 steps ahead, a real shark. We were having a drink one night, celebrating a massive deal he had just closed. He was smoking a Cuban cigar, leaned back in his leather chair, full of confidence, full of plans. He looked at me and said, "Frank, 5 more years. That's the strategy. I grind for 5 more years. I hit the number, then I'm done. Then I take Mary to Italy. Then I learn to paint. Then I finally start living." Jack had a plan. He had a roadmap. 3 days later, Jack walked out of his office building, grabbed his chest, and collapsed onto the sidewalk before he even understood what was happening. Massive heart attack. He was 42 years old. He never went to Italy. He never painted a single canvas. I stood over his casket, staring down at what was left of him. And the tragedy wasn't that Jack died. We all die. The tragedy was that Jack spent his entire existence waiting to live. He treated life like a waiting room for a future that never arrived. And the cruelest part came later. I went to his office a week after the funeral to clear out his desk. His calendar was booked solid for the next 6 months. His inbox was overflowing with urgent messages. The world did not pause because Jack died. His company replaced him in 2 weeks. His clients forgot his name within a year. And standing here now, looking at you, I see Jack everywhere. I hear the same lies you tell yourself. I'll be happy when I get the promotion. I'll take the trip when the kids are older. I'll forgive my brother when he apologizes first. Let me give you a hard fact from a 92-year-old man who has no reason to lie anymore. There is no later. There is only now. And if you are trading your now for a later that isn't guaranteed, you are making the worst bet in the history of gambling. Now let's talk about your stuff. I look at your generation and I see obsession. Obsession with accumulation. You buy things you don't need, with money you don't have, to impress people you don't even like. I live in a small room now. I have a bed. I have a chair. I have a single picture of my wife. I used to have a big house. I used to have luxury cars. I used to have a garage full of toys. And I'm telling you this with the absolute clarity that only the endgame gives you. It is all garbage. I have been to more funerals than I can count, and I have never, not once, seen a U-Haul trailer following a hearse. When you die, your children will hire a stranger to walk into your house and throw 90% of your precious belongings into a dumpster. The other 10% they'll sell at a yard sale for loose change. That is the final value of your materialism. Future trash. So why are you breaking your back to buy it? Why are you working 60 hours a week, missing your daughter's childhood, missing quiet dinners, missing moments you will never get back, all to pay for a car that spends most of its life sitting in traffic? It is madness. And the worst part is this: you won't realize it's madness until you are sitting exactly where I am sitting now. And by then, it's too late to return the merchandise. Let me tell you about what I thought was the big victory. It was 1979. I won the Businessman of the Year award in my city. Big banquet, black tie, bright lights, applause. I walked up to the podium and people clapped like I had conquered something that mattered. I felt unstoppable. I felt like I had won the game. I went home that night holding the trophy in my hands. The house was dark. My wife Eleanor was asleep. My kids were asleep. I sat alone at my kitchen table, poured myself a scotch, and stared at that piece of glass, waiting for it to make me feel complete. And that's when it hit me. The applause had already stopped. The noise, the clapping, the admiration. It all vanished the moment I stepped away from that room. The people at that dinner didn't care about me. Not really. They cared about what I could produce for them, what I could deliver, what I could make happen. And the people upstairs, the ones who actually loved me, the ones whose opinions truly mattered, I had neglected them for months, even years, just to win that meaningless piece of glass. I missed my son's varsity games to stay late at the office, convincing myself it was necessary. I missed my anniversary dinner to close a merger, telling myself there would be time to make it up later. And for what? That trophy is sitting in a box somewhere in a basement. I don't even know where it is anymore. But the memory of my wife's sad eyes, the quiet disappointment in her voice when I told her I wouldn't make it to dinner, that is right here. That never faded. That stays with you. You think your career is your legacy. It isn't. It's a transaction. You are selling the hours of your life, hours you will never get back, to build someone else's castle. If you dropped dead today, your job would be posted online before your obituary was finished. Do not worship at the altar of your career. It will not love you back. It will not sit beside you in the dark. It will not hold your hand when the lights go out. So what actually matters then? If the money is fake, and the career is a trap, and the stuff is garbage, what is left? I'll tell you. The only things you get to keep are the things you gave away. The love you gave, the time you gave, the moments of real connection you created. I sit here in this chair now, and I don't replay business deals in my mind. I don't think about contracts or negotiations. I replay Sunday mornings with Eleanor, the sunlight coming through the window. I replay the sound of my daughter laughing when she was 3 years old, the kind of laugh that fills a room. I replay the time I helped a stranger push his car out of a snowbank and the look of relief on his face. That is the only real wealth there is. So here is my challenge to you. Here is the no-nonsense strategy for the rest of your life. Number 1, kill your ego. You are so afraid of looking foolish that you never take the risk. You don't start the business. You don't ask the girl out. You don't say what you really feel. Why? Because you are terrified of what people might think. Let me free you from that fear. Nobody is watching you. They are too busy worrying about themselves. You are the main character only in your own head. To everyone else, you are background noise. Stop letting the fear of other people's judgment freeze your life. Their opinions will rot in the ground right alongside them. Number 2, practice the last time. This is a Stoic idea, and it will change the way you live. Every time you do something, anything, remind yourself that one day you will do it for the last time. One day you will pick up your child for the last time. One day you will kiss your spouse for the last time. One day you will drink a cup of coffee for the last time. You don't know when that day will be. It could be 10 years from now. It could be today. And if you live with that awareness, you will never take a moment for granted again. You will actually taste the coffee. You will hold the hug just a second longer. Number 3, wake up. I am 92 years old. My back hurts. My eyes are dim. Getting out of this chair is a battle. But you are holding the golden ticket. You have your health. You have your youth. And you are wasting it, scrolling through a phone, numbing yourself, killing time as if time isn't killing you. Stop it. Go outside. Feel the wind on your face. Look up at the sky. Call your mother. Forgive your enemy, not for them, but because you don't have time to carry the heavy luggage of hate anymore. We are all going to die. That is the only guarantee we get. But most people never truly live. They just exist. They play it safe. They stay comfortable. And then one day, they expire. Don't be like Jack. Don't wait for the 5-year plan. Eat the good food. Buy the plane ticket. Say, I love you first, because the clock is ticking. Can you hear it? That sound is your life running out. Don't let it run out empty. I'm tired now. Go live.